In the past few years, Apple has been making it a little difficult to figure out which iPhone to buy. It used to be you just buy the newest iPhone, but now there are options. You have the 11, the 11 Pro, and the 11 Pro Max, and then you have a bunch of different colors. And when you just look at a picture of the phone, there really isn't too much to tell you what's different about them. But there are a few key things that you need to consider when looking to buy a new iPhone this year. So the basic gist of the new iPhone 11 and 11 Pro is this. The iPhone 11 is the iPhone for everyone. It has all the latest features. It's the newest iPhone. It comes in multiple colors, has great specs. And the 11 Pro has all of that, but with a few extra features added on that aren't necessarily a must-have, but if it's important to you, are a nice thing to have included. Now, I think the easiest way to just narrow it down right off the bat is the price. Are you willing to spend at least $1,000 on a smartphone? If the answer is yes, then the Pro might be an option. But if you're just like, no, that is too much for a phone, well, the 11 is really the only way to go. It comes in starting at $699, and for that you can choose any of the different color options and a 64 model, and it goes up from there. But that is significantly cheaper than what you get at the starting price of $1,000 for the iPhone 11 Pro. And then on top of that, if you want a bigger screen, the 11 Pro Max is even more expensive. But besides price, there are different features between the different phones. One of the biggest ones Apple focused on was the camera. The iPhone 11 was an update to last year's iPhone XR. And one of the things the XR didn't have was two cameras. You were only stuck with the one, although it was the best camera on an iPhone at the time because it was the same as what the XS had. It was just one. So now you have two cameras on the iPhone 11. You have that normal wide-angle camera that you normally have on any phone, and then you have a new ultra-wide camera. But that is it. You only get two options here. If you move over to the Pro, you have three. So you have the two that you have in the 11, the normal wide and the ultra wide, but you also have that telephoto that we had on the older iPhone XS. The quality between the two cameras on both phones, the wide and the ultra wide, are going to be the same. They are the same cameras. But if you care about having the most flexibility, then having that telephoto lens included is a nice feature to have. It just gives you the most versatility. But beyond that telephoto camera, the features are basically the same. You're getting the same quality, you're getting the same software features, the same video capabilities. It's just whether or not you need that extra lens. The next is just the overall design and build. So on the iPhone 11, it is built with glass on the front and back, but an aluminum band around the side. And you do get those colorful kind of pastel colors. The iPhone 11 Pro has that glass on the front and back, but it has a stainless steel band around the edges. And it only comes in four colors: space gray, silver, gold, and a new midnight green. You can definitely notice a difference in the overall feel of the phones comparing the XR to the XS Max, which had the same building materials. There is a difference, so if that's something that matters to you, it's worth considering. But in terms of hardware, the biggest difference here is the screen. On the iPhone 11, you're getting an LCD that is lower resolution, and on the iPhone 11 Pro, you're getting an OLED screen with a much higher resolution. Now, in everyday, day-to-day life, you're probably not going to notice a huge difference, but the iPhone 11 screen is lesser quality than the 11 Pro, and if that's something that you just can't live without, well, then the Pro is the way to go, and that seems to be an excellent screen. And then we get to the kind of smaller features and changes. So screen sizes. The iPhone 11 only comes in a 6.1 inch screen. The iPhone 11 Pro comes in a 5.8 inch screen or a bigger 6.5 inch screen, so you have options there. The iPhone 11 is water resistant up to 2 meters deep for 30 minutes, while the iPhone 11 Pro is water resistant for that same time, but up to 4 meters deep. And then on the inside, the capacity options are different. They both start at 64 gigabytes of storage starting, but the iPhone 11 has an option for 128 gigabytes and 256, while the iPhone 11 Pro skips the 128, goes right to 256, but also has a 512 gigabyte storage option. So if you're looking to store a lot of stuff on your phone, well, this is the best option. And then battery life. Apple made a big deal about better battery life on these new phones. The iPhone XR from last year was excellent with battery life, easily could last you a day. And now with the iPhone 11, you're supposed to be getting 1 more hour. Now the XS, well, that was a different story. The battery life wasn't all that great, but now Apple is promising at least 4 hours more. So battery life is going to be improved on both. You just have to decide if you want the already great iPhone 11 battery or the maybe probably better iPhone 11 Pro. Now, I'd love to tell you that there's a bunch more differences between these phones, but really there isn't. And that's kind of a good thing. If you're getting the iPhone 11, you're paying less money, but it isn't a necessarily worse phone. You're still getting all the up-to-date features. You can just get a little bit more if you go the Pro route. But that is the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 Pro. They just came out, so if you're looking to order, that is everything you need to know.